Hey everyone! Oh my god, my phone won't stay still. Yeah, okay. Hey everyone, this is Lucien for Out of This Binary. Ah, ah, ah. And you have probably seen me in this outfit because I am recording like last week's video that I haven't recorded yet. But as I really like listening to my voice in English because my pitch is so much lower. I don't know if you have these things, like the ones of you who speak more than one language, but like my pitch is like totally different in Portuguese and in English. And like in English, I would probably consider not taking testosterone because my voice is fine. But in Portuguese, like, I sound like a 5-year-old in a pink dress. Like, what the fuck? That's so unfair. Like, so fucking unfair. But anyway, as I got super excited, I decided to record past week's video. So, and it's also a really interesting topic, so I was super excited to record it. So I should probably stop rambling and say the things. Oh, but. I just wanted to tell you because not all of you get to the end of the video. I think that a couple weeks from now we will have a topic that is like Q&A. So if you have questions, it doesn't have to be about gender, it can be like any sort of question. You can ask us, like any of us, and we will probably make a list of questions and everyone will answer or something like that. So yeah, if you have questions, ask. Yeah, so the other week's topic, it was and now is cis friends versus trans friends. Now, it is a thing that I think about quite a lot because, well, first, I don't really have many friends, like either cis or trans or whatever, because I'm not really sociable and I don't know how to make friends. Like, when I went to uni or school, it was easier because there were people I would interact with like every day, so they were in my routine. It was easier to become friends and to keep being friends with them. But now that I have like a job that is at home, so I don't interact with people this way, and that I don't have my friends in my everyday life, like it's so fucking hard. It's like hard having adult friendships. Wow, people should tell you about that. Like, make as many friends as you can, as many good friends as you can, because later it's going to be fucked up. Yeah, I have lots of no, I have good friends online. Not lots of friends, but I have very good friends online though. But anyway, cis friends versus trans friend. Lucien, please focus. My mind is a mess today. Probably the birds singing like all over. But anyway, well, I think the main difference between cis friends and trans friends, at least when we start our friendship, is that with cis people, we usually, I at least, usually become friends with them because of the things we like and because we go along with each other, like, and we start interacting because there is something in common, like something we like or something we do, or I don't know. And with trans people, we usually start talking and start interacting because we are trans. So in this way, I think to start a friendship, it can be a little bit harder with trans people, at least for me, like the way I interact with people, because I can be interacting with a person that I have absolutely nothing in common with other than being trans. And we all know that being trans is not the kind of thing that, okay, all trans people are the same. No, because trans is just a thing. It just tells that you were not assigned at birth, you were not assigned the gender you identify with. It doesn't say anything else necessarily about your personality or about who you are. So I think it's when you stop to think, like, really, it's a little bit weird people becoming friends just because they are trans. Like, we have this group of trans people here in my city. It's a very small group, very nice people, but we had this meeting a while back, and it was so awkward because we were together because we were trans, and we didn't know what to say. Like, it was like everyone silent, looking at each other like, kri, kri, kri. So, uh, like, being trans, it is not necessarily a good thing to start with. But okay, it's once you get over that and you start finding the things in common you have with that person, like, so you will not become friends with all trans people you come across, because not all people will be like you, and you will not like all people, like, as any other sort of people. But once you get over, like, you get to know the person and you two start getting along, um, I think trans friendships, they go to a deeper level because you share a lot of things, a lot of subjective experiences that you neither of you usually share with the world. Like, uh, you have this thing in common, and that to some extent being with around each other is a safe space. Like, you can open up about things you cannot open up with your cis friends, like about dysphoria or about transphobia or about how fucked up the world is. Like, if you talk about that to a cis person, like, with one or two exceptions in a million people, like, uh, you will probably have to explain a lot of things and probably have to correct and roll eyes, like, a fucking lot. And with another trans person, like, you have a much deeper level of understanding about those things. And you have a. Okay, my phone is definitely dying. But then you have, like, a whole vocabulary you share and a whole set of experiences you share that make you closer. Like, I think it's much easier opening up and bonding with trans people than with cis people. Even the cis people I know, like, for a long time. I think I find it a lot easier opening up and talking about my feelings and my inner perceptions and my fears with other trans people than with cis people, no matter how long I have known them. I think probably because of this bonding of those things we share in to some extent, and those are different experiences, but they do have something in common. Like, they come from the same place, and we can learn from each other, like, in ways that at least I think cis people, when it comes to trans issues and other issues that, like, depression and mental illness and things that are very often related to that, um, I find it that very often cis people don't have anything to offer. Like, it's basically a one-hand relationship. Like, okay, let's talk about what's bothering us, and this cis person talks and I can help them, but it's not the other way around. Like, if I talk about my problems, I will have to go home alone and think and solve things by myself, because probably the things the cis person will say have already crossed my mind, or are useless, or are completely out of the point. So yeah, I think that in this way, trans friends are really really easier to connect once you get past that first moment where you are just. It's like, I don't know if it happened to you guys, folks, people, when you were little, but in here it's very common. Like, your mom has friends, and, like, her friend has a child the same age as you, and they put you both to play, like, together, and it's really awkward because the only thing you have in common is the age, and it's like meaningless. I feel like it can be the same thing with trans people. Like, okay, you should get along because you are trans, and no, not necessarily. But once we do get along, it's very nice. So I think that's the main thing. I can't really say I prefer trans friends than cis friends because it's friendship is very individual. Like it's very, each friendship is a friendship. So I can't really generalize in this way. But I do think that it's easier to have a deeper relationship. That is something important to me with trans people. With cis people, it it's usually awkward, like getting into deeper seas, deeper waters, and I don't really know how to navigate. Some people navigate it really well, and it's really easy, but for me, it's kind of hard to navigate these things with cis people. But I have amazing cis friends, like some of the people who have been like the best about my transition and things are cis people, sometimes cis het dudes, like, so I cannot really complain about them. But everyone has their limits, like who doesn't? Like everyone, even cis people, trans people, I don't know, yeah, all sorts of people. So yeah, so take care of your friends and tell your friends you love them. Today, do that for me. Like send an emoji like, hey, love. Because friends are the best thing we have. Like when life sucks, they are there for us. And it can be one person that is like on the other side of the planet. It usually is, but they do care, and that's so beautiful. I think friendship is so beautiful. Like, wow, my God. I'm getting emotional. Fuck it. I'm going to turn this video off. Like, bye bye. Have a nice week. Say your friends you love them and eat your vegetables. And tell your vegetables you love them. And tell your friends to eat their vegetables. Yeah, I think I have done this like all the way. Yeah. Never mind me. Forget. Yeah. And take a look at my pup who is sleeping. Bye bye.